So they say that finding a four-leaf clover is very rare, but what if you could create your own luck with the tarot? And that's exactly what we are going to do today with this spread. So today I am using 3 different decks to build this spread. I have the Goblins and Gardens Tarot, the Arcana Folia Oracle, and Seasons of the Witch Ostara Oracle. Before we jump in, please take time to subscribe. Stay a while. We have a lot of fun here on this channel. It is for literally everyone. You don't have to just be an introvert, but that is the lens that I create on because I am one. I would love to have you here in the fam. We have a lot of fun and a lot of discussion in the comments section, so subscribe and stay a while, and don't forget to like the video so I know that you like content like this. So with that being said, let's just hop right in. Okay, so I have gone ahead and I have shuffled, and these are the cards that have popped out for this reading. Okay, so this is position 1, this is position 2, this is position 3, this is position 4. This is the stem or the foundation of the reading today, and then these are some clarity finishing touches, overall like messages for the end. And so I've tried to create my best visual version of a four-leaf clover. Okay, so we're going to get started here with the Seasons of the Witch Ostara, and this is the stem. And the stem is the foundation of this entire reading. It's what we want to keep in mind the whole time, or the overarching theme. So for the stem, we have hot cross buns, number 20, and it says, "This is not a warning, but a caution for what lingers." Very interesting. Oh, so some keywords we have: good health, protection from evil, cycles of life. How beautiful. Hot cross buns may now be a common Easter tradition, but have their roots in celebration of the goddess of Oster. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. For which Easter is named. The 4 sections created by the cross represent both the 4 moon cycles and the 4 seasons, with the cross in the center representing rebirth after a long winter. Hot cross buns are also associated with good health and protection from illness. They store especially well, so a batch would always be kept to hang in the kitchen for protection and given to those who fell ill. Many believe the cross on top of the buns had holy powers and used them as a cure-all to treat most diseases. What I think is really interesting here is it's related to the 4 moon cycles and there's 4 sections created by the cross, 4 moon cycles and 4 seasons, and we have the 4-leaf clover spread here. So I think 4 is definitely an important number to take note of, and 4 represents stability, and in the swords we see that as rest, and in the cups it's about finding that emotional balance in a way that helps us to reconnect with things that we might not be seeing or that we might unintentionally be pushing aside. Getting in tune with our intuition so that we may be able to see what is being presented to us. And in the wands, it's all about health and home and happiness in that way. And then finally in the pentacles, it can mean prosperity in that we may be holding on to something that is causing a blockage to prosperity in a way, or perhaps we might have things coming in. It's that self-analysis that comes with the Pentacles suit of being very intentional. So how are we being intentional with our finances, or with our things, or with our health, or with our wealth in whatever capacity? Are we being too close to it, or are we being a little too loose with it, and kind of reevaluating in that way. So the 4 really is a call to action for stability, and here we have kind of like a quadruple meaning of the 4 in a way. So let's read here. This card has appeared to urge you to make your health and spiritual protection a bigger priority. Supporting yourself by clearing and cleansing and establishing a protection ritual can go a long way towards managing stress and overwhelm. This card may also symbolize a need to be more mindful about some external influences currently surrounding you. Something or someone is directing energy towards you that may be causing you to experience emotions or thoughts that are not actually your own, or influencing you in negative ways that you are not yet aware of. Likewise, if you have asked about a person, then receiving this card is also a sign to take caution in your interactions with them moving forward. If you have asked about whether or not you should move forward with an idea or opportunity, then consider taking additional time before making a choice. If possible, waiting at least a week before coming to a decision. Okay, so again, this foundation that I'm getting for this reading is really about stability and intention. And the way we position that or think of that in our minds can really steer what could potentially be the outcomes. So if we are really intentional about our health, for example, let's just say, then we're being more mindful of how we're eating and how much we're moving our bodies, right? And in turn, that will reap most likely positive outcomes for us. And they don't have to be huge changes, but if we're being mindful of our budgets, then we are going to take the time to be more calculating with them. And in the long run, that means we might have a better savings plan. So this reading here and the overarching theme or the foundation of it is about intentionality and stability, and really bringing forward stability in our lives if we feel like we're lacking it a little bit, or it's a, notion that to keep going on what we're doing. For the first position here, we have the lucky leaf, and that is where luck is already working in your life. So this card highlights an area of your life where things are flowing in your favor, even if you might not fully see it yet. And what area might that be? Ooh, we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups in the lucky leaf position suggests that emotional wisdom and balance and that inner mastery are definitely working in your favor, whether or not you fully realize it yet. Emotional stability is your lucky leaf. You might have a natural ability to stay calm and centered even in chaotic or turbulent times. Your emotional intelligence is kind of a very good strength that attracts positive outcomes. Another way we could interpret this is that there may be a mentor or a guide or an emotionally mature person in your life who is really looking out for you or that you're connecting with. It could be a friend, a partner. It could even be your own inner wisdom that's steering you toward the right path. And this just opens the door to let us know that your intuition is flowing. There is some deep emotional awareness going on right now, and your ability to trust your instincts and trust that emotional awareness is what is going to be your lucky leaf. It's what's going to guide you toward good fortune. So trust in that. Don't disbelieve yourself, but trust in that fully. And if you have some creative pursuits that you are planning or going after right now, I'm getting like a sign here through the King of Cups that they are aligned with the flow of the universe, and they are bringing those opportunities to you, and fulfillment is definitely underway. Position number 2 up here at the top is the growth leaf. What is ready to expand and flourish? So this represents something in your life that's currently growing or evolving or is on the verge of a breakthrough, almost like a seed sprouting into something greater. And for that, we have the 5 of coins. So at first glance, the 5 of coins in the growth leaf position might seem a little bit surprising, but let's go ahead and talk through this. It actually could be a signal, again, matching up again to that powerful breakthrough. So maybe you've been going through some really hard financial times or some scarcity of some sort. It isn't necessarily tied always to money, but maybe you're going through emotional scarcity or, progress within your career, not just for, again, earning money, but maybe you have a goal of a certain position or promotion that you want to get to. So you might be experiencing those things, which can sprout self-doubt or feelings of lack. But I feel like this card is suggesting that you're on the verge of shifting your mindset, because something is going to prove that if you shift your mindset, things change. Growth is happening as you learn to see these opportunities instead of seeing them as obstacles. So the 5 of coins often, it can represent feeling isolated or unsupported, and maybe you've been feeling that way. I think in this position of this spread as the growth leaf, it might suggest that you are moving toward a place where there is help, resources, or even a sense of belonging starting to crop up, or that will crop up. It could be through a community, it could be through a mentor. Again, maybe that's the King of Cups for you, some type of mentor coming in through that way. Or it could be even more self-reliance is growing. So the challenges that you've faced within the 5 of coins here, it's asking you or pushing you to evolve even more, to see all these challenges as growth, not as setbacks. And it can show that despite hardship, something valuable is growing here, right? So this figure here, he looks very upset and grumpy and sad, but I feel like he's not even realizing that he has literally these 5 vegetation or fruits or what have you. Like, he's literally leaning on them. They're already there. It's just a matter of how your outlook is about it. So despite kind of that feeling of hardship or experiencing a lot of roadblocks, maybe a stronger sense of self is what's needed to help you feel like you have a renewed purpose, or you're moving toward a more sustainable mindset moving forward. So it could reflect inner struggles. It suggests that you might be in the moment of learning to shift from a mindset of lacking to one of hope and more trust. And the moment that you recognize your own worth and the support that could be around you, right? Because we have the King of Cups here as our mentor. And again, that mentor could be another person or it could be yourself, but it's that emotive stability, right? Once we realize and recognize our own worth and the support around us, things will begin to flourish in different ways for us. Okay, position 3 down here is the hidden treasure leaf. It's a blessing in disguise. So this reveals a hidden opportunity, a hidden lesson, or a gift that you may have overlooked, or maybe you've mistaken as a challenge. Again, kind of tying into that 5 of Coins mindset we've been in. So let's see how that is a blessing in disguise and what we have. We have 7 of Coins. Okay, so the 7 of Coins within the hidden treasure leaf position here suggests that patience and long-term effort are bringing forward hidden rewards. And I know that's not always the answer we want because we live in a very instant gratification kind of mindset and society. But even if progress is feeling really slow or very uncertain, here's how we could process this. So it might feel like you're waiting forever for results, but the 7 of Coins is a perfect reminder that growth is happening beneath the surface. Maybe our plants haven't bloomed yet, but we've already planted the seeds. We've been watering it. We've been making sure it's getting enough sunlight. We've been weeding around them to ensure that the best possible environment for the seeds are happening. So the blessing in disguise is that your persistence will lead to something worthwhile. I'm getting something coming forward here that maybe perhaps you've almost been forced to slow down in some way, to reevaluate or be more patient than you would like. Sometimes life kind of works that way where we've been feeling impatient. And this is just one example, but we've been in this cycle almost, and life kind of had to shake something up for us to kind of have our rose-colored glasses taken off in a way. Sometimes it can feel like they slapped it off our face, but being more patient, slowing down, and reevaluating will actually work in your favor. I feel like you're being given space to make more intentional, again, tying into our theme here, more intentional choices rather than rushing into something where you're unprepared. And the 7 of Coins, it suggests, or it tells us, that effort that you're investing now will lead to rewards later. Not too much later, because the 10 of Coins isn't that far away. We're more than halfway there. We are more than halfway there. And the hidden treasure is maybe the realization that not everything needs to happen instantly. So if you've been feeling really frustrated with slow progress, kind of getting in your head with the 5 of Coins here, that feeling of lack and frustration almost, then I think the 7 of Coins invites you to look at what has been growing in your life. This could be through starting some gratitude practices, writing down something you're grateful for each day. I think that would really bring you into the present moment and make you think about all the things that you do have while you're waiting. It can redirect your focus on the now instead of what hasn't happened yet. Okay, our final position here in the spread for the leaves is the guiding leaf. So that's how to welcome more luck and abundance. This is a message on how to align yourself with that abundance, to trust your path, and to make the most of the blessings around you. And for that, we have the 5 of Cups. I feel like this reading is very much interconnected, and each position is kind of relating to the other. But for the 5 of Cups in the guiding leaf position here, it almost suggests that the key to welcoming more luck and abundance is to shift your focus. Again, tying into the 7 of Coins and the 5 of Coins that we've touched on. Shifting your focus from what's lacking or what is being slow to be a reward is a major component of this entire reading. So the traditional imagery of the 5 of Cups shows 3 spilled cups and 2 cups that are upright, but usually they're behind the figure or they're not in their direct line of view, so they don't always see those cups. And that's a very, very clear message that luck and abundance are definitely already present in your life, but you definitely need to shift your attention to recognize them, to see them. And again, gratitude and perspective are really powerful tools for attracting more blessings. You really got to shift your mindset. That is definitely the key to this whole reading, and that I'm picking up on is that shifting your mindset is the key to unlocking everything else that you are wanting in life, and it's just really holding you back. You're holding on to past disappointments or regrets or missed opportunities, and that is such a huge block from new luck and abundance from flowing in. It's like very sticky. Holding on to regrets and those disappointments, or sitting in that is very, very sticky, and you don't want to do that. You want to release that emotional baggage. Again, maybe that's where the King of Cups really needs to come in for you, is for that release to really happen. You need to tap into that emotional maturity and emotional touch connection to really let go of things. It can be so helpful in releasing those beliefs that are very limiting, because you can't move forward until those are released. You can't add more to your plate until some things are gone, right? So instead of seeing all these setbacks or missed opportunities or regrets or disappointments as failures, maybe we need to view them as a redirection. So every experience we encounter in our life, even more so the painful ones, are a stepping stone to something better. And it's really hard to remember that when we're in the depths of feeling that pain. But being able to transform loss into wisdom will bring new opportunities. And that perfectly matches with spring and transition and the whole notion of going from a barren winter to a more fruitful spring, and knowing that in life something will always bloom again. Five of Cups is definitely a good indication or signal or a sign to open your heart up to possibility. So turn inward to turn to the future, if that makes sense. To kind of bring this reading together, I do have 3 cards that came out from the Arcana Folia to wrap up this reading. And the first one we have is Energy, Rush of Excitement. The next one we have is Soup, to let things simmer. Again, I think that ties into doing that emotional work that we're needing. And then the third one is Gossip, Words Spread Fast. Ooh, very interesting. Maybe that's why we're feeling kind of down in our feelings a little bit. Something was said, or maybe not just to you, but maybe you're having some really negative self-talk. But let me pull out the guidebook and I'll read a little bit about each card, and then that will close our reading here. So Energy, Rush of Excitement, Fun Energy, Playfulness, Fast Pace, Burst of Happiness. This card represents a highly contagious and fast-paced energy of higher vibration. It suggests that something is about to happen very soon, and you may receive a surprising invitation from someone to meet up. This will be a lighthearted and enjoyable experience that will leave you feeling better and inspired to handle other aspects of your life with ease. This energy will awaken your senses and offer warm, sincere glow that will linger with you for a while. Yes, that intention that this is what is going to happen when we move through these things, right? Then we have Soup. Soup, let things simmer. Observation, emotional sensitivity, letting go, warmth, sensible approach, coziness, sensitivity. Something is brewing and it's time to see the outcome. It's best not to get involved and just observe carefully in order to make the best decision later on. People could be feeling very emotional, so it's important to approach them with sensitivity. The Soup card represents a nutritious and cozy outcome, so if we handle things tactfully, the results could be very satisfying. I feel like that was speaking to earlier when we were speaking about the hot cross buns here, on not making a decision right away, taking some time and space to think about things, let things sit before jumping into making a decision. And then finally we have Gossip. Words spread fast. Gossip, truth, reputation, talk, discussion, popularity. Gossip can swiftly distort truths, tarnish reputations, and erode trust between people. Cultivating a culture of integrity and empathy can help. Encourage focusing on constructive dialogue and emphasize the importance of respecting others' privacy. Responding with discretion and kindness allows for a healthier and more supportive environment. Depending on the context of a reading, this card might also mean fast success and gaining popularity. And I think that's very interesting. Maybe something happened surrounding words and truth, and maybe someone told you something harmful, or maybe you've been telling yourself harmful things. And it's just as important to remember that we can tell ourselves some pretty terrible, harmful things. But I think leaning into the whole theme and idea of this spread, it might, again, down here it says, depending on the context, it could also mean fast success and gaining popularity. Shifting your focus is the huge theme of this reading. Shifting how you think about things, shifting how you process things is really important to being able to come forward with that burst of energy, and everything that you've been working so hard towards will come to fruition. But it's all about the intention behind it. I hope that this reading was very helpful. I hope that it resonated with some of you, maybe the things that you're going through lately. I do appreciate you being here, and I thought this 4-leaf clover spread would be a fun way to celebrate the St. Patrick's season, but in a themed way. And as you can see, although this was supposed to be like fun and lighthearted, and it still is and it still can be, the messages find us no matter what we're doing, no matter if we want it to be a light reading or not. These messages are always here to tell us and embrace us with the truth. I hope you guys have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day and a wonderful week ahead. And until next time, see you around.